my name is Stacey Beason. I'm here from the University of Texas at Arlington School of Nursing. I'm here to do a leadership book review on the book Drive, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us by Daniel H. Pink. A little bit about Mr. Pink. He's on the national bestseller list with 3 books on the New York Times. He's the host and co-executive producer of the show Crowd Control, which is on human behavior on the National Geographic Channel. He was also named one of the top 15 business thinkers in the world in 2013. He served under Al Gore as a chief speech writer. He received his degrees from Northwestern and Yale Law School and has several honorary degrees as well. He lives in Washington, D.C. with his wife and his family. The purpose of his book was to explore strategies and how to motivate employees in today's business world. Motivation is defined by science as mismatched with what the business world thinks. Science has proven that the carrot and stick approach just does not work to motivate employees in this day and time. So in his book, the purpose of his book is to show us a new way to motivate our employees. The target audience is business leaders, executives, management consultants, educators, and the general public. Mr. Pink lays out his book as a software upgrade. Motivation 1.0 is survival. Your food, your clothes, your shelter, your water, basic needs. You're motivated to provide those. Motivation 2.0 is how the business world thinks. It's the 20th century motivational model. Carrot and stick approach, rewards and punishment. Dangle something in front of your employee to make them do it, or if they don't do it, then they're punished. What he found was this extinguished the intrinsic motivation to even do anything at work. It crushed creativity, diminished performance, and created avenues for unethical behavior, which is disturbing. Motivation 3.0 is an upgrade. It's kind of a software upgrade to the 21st century. It's based on the self-determination theory. It's concerned less with external rewards, and it depends on inherent satisfaction. The 3 essential elements are autonomy, a need to direct and control one's life, where you control when you do it, what you do it with, how you do it, and who you do it with. Mastery, the desire to progress or complete something. And purpose, the desire to make a contribution to a greater cause. In autonomy, Mr. Pink gives several examples of businesses getting rid of the time clock. And what they found is that this increased productivity, it increased job satisfaction, decreased burnout, and their company performed better. In healthcare, we can't exactly take away the time clock, or we would not have anyone to take care of patients at 3 in the morning. But there are other elements that we could use of autonomy in healthcare, such as unit practice councils or shared governance councils. Mastery, Mr. Pink talked about giving your employee Goldilocks tasks, which are small tasks for them to master to motivate them to move them to the next level. When your employees are mastering things, they are more engaged and more motivated to perform. For purpose, in Motivation 3.0, you want to ensure that your employees understand the purpose behind your organization. If you have an employee who doesn't know what your organization is about, they're not going to be happy, they're not going to perform, and they're not going to be motivated to go to the next level. The strengths of his book were, it was inspiring to read. There were great examples about updating our motivational software. I really liked his analogy. He had great examples of how to implement each element from the business world to the classroom. He had toolkits in the book for individuals, organizations, educators, parents, and also reading lists for 15 essential books that you should read as a leader. He compared the old practices to today's business world and really showed the leaders what you're doing that is outdated. He also had free online assessments and newsletter, which I found was a strength of the book because it gives you support beyond reading the book. Some shortcomings, I felt as a leader, I like things in bullet points, so I like to have things spelled out quickly for me. So I felt he needed a chapter in a nutshell on 3.0 for busy executives. There was also too much information on past motivational practices, and I was ready to get into the meat of the Motivation 3.0. Also, diagrams or tables of data would have helped as well. And it may not be as applicable in all business settings. So we can implement parts of it in healthcare, but not all of it. He did meet his objectives. He showed that Motivation 1.0 and 2.0 were outdated, and that in order to motivate people today, we need to upgrade our software. And he showed that the elements of motivation, autonomy, mastery, and purpose were applicable in today's society, in today's business world. It can be applied to life in general. I recommend this for business leaders, healthcare leaders, educators, and anyone seeking to motivate employees or others. Any questions? Please feel free to take your handouts with you and let me know. I've left my card for you to follow up. Thank you and have a great day.